Hi guys, you're here with Chelsea De Silva, your local BCBA. I wanted to make a continuation video on what to do about the different functions of behavior. So my last video, I talked about what to do about a attention maintained behavior. Now, today I'm going to talk about what to do about an escape maintained behavior. I think escape might be kind of the second most prevalent function of behaviors that we as behaviorists see in session. Sad to say, a lot of times our kiddos are trying to escape our presence, our demands, and typically we work on things that are challenging for them, to get them used to the skills and tolerance and that sort of thing. So now, just to review, escape maintained behavior is a behavior that the kid is having to escape out of something. So just to kind of recap on our explanation about the functions of behavior, you got to make sure that this behavior is for an escape function, not an attention function. So for example, if you have a kiddo and you're having session and you work on non-preferred task, and I think all of our kids are going through it right now and all of our parents are going through, non-preferred is usually the schoolwork that they're having to do, and you present your kiddo with schoolwork. Alrighty, Johnny, it is time to do your schoolwork, and now he starts having these behaviors. Now, make sure that you're not going to label this an escape maintained behavior if you as the parent or the behavior support, you're standing there and you're making sure that this schoolwork task is not leaving. So kiddo has behaviors, tantrums, or rude words, or whatever the behavior is, and based on that, is this schoolwork leaving or not? Is it still present? As the behaviorist, as the parent, are you right there over their shoulder? Nope, time to do it again. Nope, you got to try again. And kind of like, following through? Or are you like, okay, I'm going to give you a minute then. Tell me when you're ready. Okay, well, you're not going to get your reinforcer, but I'm just going to wait here until you're ready to do what you're supposed to do. So you got to make sure that what the kid is getting out of the behavior is actually escape. And it could be 100% escape, as far as like, just I'm going to wait until you're ready. Or it could be a temporary escape, as far as like a delay. And okay, well, I'm going to give you 5 more minutes and then you get to start. Now, once you've established that it is actually escape that's happening, what you do is you don't allow the kid to escape. So how do you do that, right? Like, you're not going to stand there and grab their hand and like force them to write, or you're not going to hold their head and force them to think of the right answer, or process the information or whatever. But what you're going to do is, as much as possible, this task or whatever the thing is they're trying to escape or expecting to escape is not going to go away. So for example, if the kid now all of a sudden gets from the chair and now they're on the floor, guess what happens with schoolwork? Schoolwork does not stay on the desk or on the table, because now by them being on the floor, they have gotten away from or escaped that schoolwork situation. Now, depending on the kid, how easy they are to prompt, I would not suggest a full physical prompt. So don't go pick the kid up and put him back in the chair and shove him back up to the desk. If you're a parent, and that's what your kid needs, then, go ahead. However, I don't really suggest that, just because we don't want the kid to get used to, okay, well, if the person is able to or willing to physically make me, I guess I can't get out of it. Because when they do go back to school, teachers do not do that. They're not allowed to physically prompt a child unless the kid is in danger. And so you're going to kind of create like this expectation for the kid, like, oh, they're going to grab me and pick me up. And the one time they do it at school, they realize nobody's going to put hands on them. They're like, oh, I can totally escape. So we really want to create a method that other professionals and individuals are going to be able to and willing to follow through. So what do? Johnny's in the seat and you're like, okay, it's time to do your schoolwork, or he runs into a problem that's hard, or it's the 11th minute and his tolerance is gone. He flops on the floor. What do? You know what? You take that assignment right down there with him. Now, if you know, okay, this behavior is going to escalate to now he's going to rip the paper up, or he's going to, whatever, you may not like just put it down in front of him. You may kind of have a hold on it so that you can make sure that you're still in control of it. If you can, ideally, you've made like 10 copies of this because you know your kid and they're going to rip it up or whatever. But the idea is you cannot let them escape from this. So this is going to be that nag that follows around. Now, as much as possible, we want to be able to block and direct our kid to where they need to be. So if they are on the floor, we're going to get ourselves between them and the door so that they're not going to get up and run out, and we're going to be in a position that physically we're able to block their or kind of not restrict their movement, but block them from escaping further. So he's already on the floor. We're going to bring the schoolwork down there. He's refusing to read. We're going to be like, this word is W-H-Y. What does that say? What's that spell? You know what that spells? Okay, I'm going to help you. That spells Y. Okay, and we're going to just keep like making that situation present for them. As long as it takes, honestly, as long as it takes. If we're able to, so like I've had a kid, to be like, oh, you're going to keep handing me the pen. Okay, I'm going to, try to threaten to stab you with it. So you know what we did? We switched to crayons, We're like, okay, well, your work is going to have to be in crayons. Here, it's time for you to write. And generally, once the kid realizes that you're not going anywhere, now you're just going to badger them and really put the pressure on them no matter where they're at. They get under the table. You're scooching under the table. Nope, it's time to do this. It's 4 plus 7. Try again. What is 4 plus 7? You need to do it. So now we go from like the schoolwork just being presented to them to now if we have to be auditory with it because they're refusing to look or whatever, now it gets over to like a little bit annoying, so that we're hoping the kid is like, oh my gosh, I'm not getting out of this, and they keep following me, and they keep saying the same thing over and over again. Okay, I'm going to try to do it. I'm going to go ahead and just, give in. And so if the kid is removed from the place that they should be, so they ran off somewhere, they're on the floor, whatever, we may build up their momentum by, what is 4 plus 7? Nope, try again. What is 4 plus 7? Nope, try again. That's not it. You're not answering. You can do it. Come on. What is 4 plus 7? I'm going to help you. 7, counting on. What's next? 8. And so the idea is we're constantly still making that work situation present. Now, if we know that they're in a mood where they're going to break their crayons or they're going to try to stab us with a pencil or throw it or whatever, we may just kind of task reduce. And now it's like, okay, just tell me what the answer is. I will write that one on there, or just tell me what it is. So we're kind of building that compliance momentum. They tell us, okay, 4 plus 7 is 11. Oops, good job. That's good. That's right. Okay, now let's go sit down and write it down so that we can get whatever. So remember, we're always supposed to, from our running a trial, we're always supposed to have a reinforcer set up. So we're going to use that reminding of the reinforcer to encourage the child. And then on the other end, we got on one side encouragement. On the other side, we got, we're not getting out of this. We're not letting you out of this. We're going to be so annoying until you decide to do it. And then somewhere in the middle, we have a little bit of task reduction. You're on the floor. Okay, you don't have to write it. You're down there. I read 1 word. I read 2 words. You read the next one. But before we reinforce them, before we say, good job, reinforcer, go on your break or whatever, they need to be back to that same spot, to that same situation that they escaped from. So even if it's only 1 word that they get back up there and they're to the end of the sentence, but you got to be sitting down before you finish it off and get to have your break or whatever, or time away. They really shouldn't earn a tangible for this. They should try again, sit back up here in the desk, on the chair, whatever, and try again before they earn a tangible. However, this behavior, is showing that they do need a break or they really want a break. And so you may task reduce, but do get that in compliance back in the situation, back in the spot they were supposed to be. Don't feel bad and don't worry if it takes you literally like 30 minutes to get them to do something that should have taken 2 minutes. Okay, it may feel like a failure or a loss on your part as far as managing the behavior. However, what the kid is learning is, even if I fight for 30 minutes, it's not going anywhere. I'm still going to have to do it. And I promise you, tomorrow will be a shorter duration, shorter intensity of that escape maintain behavior. I hope this has been helpful to you. This is what to do about an escape maintain behavior. All right, take care, guys. Bye.